because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
Culver's checked in for the Timberwolves. Okogie comes in for Malik Beasley. The Nets also changing it up. Harris is checked in for Durant, and it's Crawford in for Karis LeVert.
When D'Angelo Russell has that offensive game working, you just want to play through him.
And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
The pass to Spellman. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And he jams it with authority.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. Here's Okogie, guarded by Crawford. Nice D from Crawford. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run, and it's good for 2.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Timberwolves shooting 41% from the field in the second quarter up to this point. 13 feet away, and the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got 8 points. Nets leading by 22. Holding comes with the double team. Crawford passes to Jordan. And again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Okogie. An 11-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Walden. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Lets it go with a 3. And Culver pulls it down. Walden wide open. Off target from 3-point range. One second left. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to...
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So it's the Timberwolves now. We've got Malik Beasley. Johnson is out there with Walden. And there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Spellman in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders. And the foul called on Amari Spellman. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Hey, how about on Kyrie?
Now here's LeVert. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. And that one's good, Irving.
No defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass.
At the top of the key, Walden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point range, Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Irving. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Johnson dishes to Beasley. Here's Russell. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Russell's got 15. Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. And
Well-
the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Walden. Sinks that one from the post. Walden's got his third basket of the night right there.
So effective. Love when AW looks to score the ball from that area.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And if you measure a player's effectiveness by his passing, he's been very effective lately. Look at his assists in the last 10 games compared to the rest of the season. He's in the midst of a great run.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years, between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the second time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Pass to Spellman. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Spellman's got 6.
And passes like this brings teams closer together. AW is solid at just knowing when to deliver.
Russell passes to Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And Axel Walden slams it in.
And how about the attack mode from Walden? Saw an opportunity to capitalize in transition and pounced on it.
LeVert inside the line. They get the rebound, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got... For Brooklyn, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. That's good from Harris.
The 33rd pick in 2014 out of the University of Virginia. Boy, has Joe Harris found his niche the last couple of seasons as a dead-eye shooter.
Russell kicks to Hernan Gomez. No good on the 3.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Back to Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. With the teardrop. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And Doris, more recently, we've seen Harris's offensive efficiency go through the roof.
It really has, Kevin. And it's not just his long-range shooting. He understands that he had to be adept at attacking off the closeout because they're going to take away that 3-point shooting. He's got to be able to do both, and he's proven he's willing to.
And at 6'6", Joe Harris has been asked to play a lot of minutes at that small forward position. Doris, do you think that's his natural spot?
Well, I think he's gotten pretty good in terms of his strength, if not the length for the 3 spot. He's worked really hard defensively to get better and better. And offense, though, that's where he's going to make his money. He can make shots consistently.
Russell, no luck.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
A rebound by the Timberwolves. 1:11 left to play in the third. Spellman the pass to Okogie. Here's Reed, guarded by Crawford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Spencer Dinwiddie. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Nets have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Okogie misses. Brooklyn's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, that's the energy and effort that D'Angelo Russell brings on the defensive end. This guy has got the ability to be a factor there.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Can't nail the jumper.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for Brooklyn now, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Crawford. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Caruge in at the 4.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Culver. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, and how about another trait for Culver? That elite body control, even through contact. Special. Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Timberwolves making a change here. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Pass to Reed. Shoots a fader, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school, and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA-level stuff. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Reed, solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Harris outside. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Here's Reed. Hits the three-point bomb. Reed's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Hits it again. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Noel, Dinwiddie covering. Stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First one falls for him. Second free throw, no good.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Kicks it to Culver. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And for their matchup with the Magic, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Not just a threat on offense. Dinwiddie is a fantastic defender, takes advantage of his speed and his reach.
Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not...
3-1.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Inside, and Anderson gets it to go.
Now, Kevin, that's about the length and determination of Justin Anderson. It really makes him a handful to cover in the painted area.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. With some arc. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. There's the pass to Spellman. Outside, Walden. Shot clock at 6. Russell makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
An aggressive pick-and-roll player is D'Angelo Russell, and you can see he's just starting to figure it all out, guys.
Down low, here's Caruch. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Caruch has got 7 points here in this quarter.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Beasley outside. He kicks to Walden. He dishes it to Russell. Lets a floater go. Here's a Kogi. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist in the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Passes it to Caruch. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment.
Here's Spellman. The epic counts.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
And that one, good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Bounce pass, Russell. Pass to Beasley. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Stripped away.
And guys, at this point, just a side.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which they're...
I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team and just cruise for the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Berg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
There's a few in a row for Chain Company, and they're starting to get into